Hi, it's Jamie from Planetmosh here. I'm speaking with Arya from Skindred. So I suppose the biggest news at the moment is that this week you've been added as support for Five Finger Death Punch at Wembley Arena.
Yeah, I'm literally, after I speak to you, I'm on my way to the arena, so it's all happening pretty quickly, to be honest. It's sort of, we got announced for it, I think, maybe on Wednesday or Tuesday, and then we played with them in Dusseldorf on Wednesday, and yeah, it's all happened quite quickly.
Wow. I didn't know you were doing the Dusseldorf date as well.
Yeah, we found out about that the night before, at the beginning of the year in March. That was the first time we did it as a band. So pretty fucking cool, to be honest.
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm not a singer, but you know, it's Hello Wembley. It's classic, isn't it?
Yeah, it is big.
I would say that if I was a singer, though. It'd be the first words out of my mouth, cliche or not. It has to happen.
I mean, you're doing this in line with your tour as well, aren't you? So there's quite a lot going on.
Yeah, it's mental, you know. I mean, we finished the UK run at Brixton Academy literally 2 weeks ago today, and we've been in Europe for the last 2 weeks, which has been, you know, the shows have been really, really good, and obviously this opportunity came up, and so we were like, wow, I don't know many bands that get to headline Brixton, and then, you know, 2 weeks later go back to play Wembley, so it's a real blessing, to be honest.
Yeah. So is the tour been going well so far?
Yeah, it's been going incredible. I mean, like I said, the UK, like, we had Crossfaith out with us. The album came out. I mean, it's the best time to be in Skindred, if you ask me. The album's brand new. You're playing new songs. You're doing the headline run. It's, you know, it's before Christmas. It's a good time to be in the band and doing what we're doing. So.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about this earlier actually, because the band's been together for a long time, but I don't know if it's just from my perspective. It feels like it's definitely picked up in the past few years.
Do you know what I think? For me, it's been this. Skindred's always been this steady climb.
Yeah.
It's never gone up real quick. It's never gone down. It's just been this steady climb. And we're lucky that people still want to come and see us. And we're lucky that, you know, we're given the opportunities like Five Finger Death Punch or these great support slots and playing at these festivals. I guess, you know, the more you put yourself out there, the more opportunity you have to convert fans. And I think we're confident in our band, especially in the live show, that now if you put us on the stage, we can convert people. So I think that's had something to do with it, just the live plot in general, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's quite a collaboration of the people that you're playing with on this tour, which is Crossfaith, Yashin, Head PE. Have you played along these guys before, or was there any particular reason that it was put together like that?
Yeah, I mean, Crossfaith supported us in Japan about 3-4 years ago, before they happened over here. They were like a local Japanese band. So I say local, but they were like a national Japanese band. They hadn't gone internationally yet. They hadn't come over to England or anywhere. And they watched the show, we watched those guys, and we got on with them just as people until they were a great band. And then I think a couple of years later, we took them out on tour to Europe with us. We did mainland Europe, like Germany, France, that, you know, Benelux, all that stuff. And it worked out so well that we thought we'd do the UK run with them.
Yeah.
You know, you know, they're yet to repay the favour of us playing with them in Japan now. Now they're huge. I said to them when they left, right, you know, we've had you 3 times now, so you know, you owe us one over there. so hopefully they'll take us out over there. Head PE we've known for years. You know, Benji's known the singer forever.
Yeah.
And you know, they played shows with us, and the Ashin guys. Same sort of thing actually. We've known those guys on and off. You know, we've done the odd show with them, and they're all cool guys. We wanted people we knew out on the tour with us. You know, sort of tried to keep it in our realms. You know, sometimes it's difficult when you're playing and, you know, the management or agent will go, right, you're having this band. And you're like, okay, I think they're shit, and I don't really like them as people, so that's going to be an interesting 3 weeks of my life. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly.
Try and avoid that side of thing.
I didn't catch the tour this time round, unfortunately, because the dates just were annoying for me. But I've spoken to a few people that actually went, and I think the lineup of the bands it works. You know, it's sort of like a warm up. It's the ideal scenario, really.
Oh, that's great. I mean, that's what we wanted to try and achieve. We wanted, you know, give people value for money as well in this day and age. I mean, the tickets were about 20 quid, and for 20 quid you got 4 bands. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of these shows. You know, I saw the Slipknot on Korn thing, which was obviously Slipknot on Korn was a lot different. The tickets were like 60 quid, and I get it, but you know, we can't really afford to do that sort of thing. So we'd rather, you know, keep the ticket price lower and have as many bands as we can on the bill with us. something I want to keep doing as well.
Yeah. So moving on to the album, which came out last month. This is one of my favourite albums from you guys. It was just brilliant, start to finish. Just a really nice flow.
Oh, that's great.
There are a lot of quite diverse styles through it. Was there a particular sound that you had in the back of your mind that you wanted to achieve, or was it just go for it?
Do you know what? There was a particular type of thing. We wanted to keep it lively. We wanted to keep it a band in a room. That was the whole plan. And when we added Dan Sturgis, the DJ keyboard guy, it was the first time we'd written stuff with him, you know, and so it kept it new, it kept everyone on their toes, and I think we wanted to try and recapture that feeling of, you know, the only material you could play live was the material that you would write, and you know, like when you're a brand new band, you know, you practice, you know, wherever in your garage or whatever, and you come up with 10 songs, and then you go out and gig those 10 songs, and you gig those 10 songs, because they're the only songs you have. I wanted to try and approach it more like that, like if we had to go out and play this album as a brand new band, would it stand up? And that was the sort of the idea. You know, hopefully it's worked. I think so. I mean, I'm really proud of it. I think it sounds rocking. I've heard it played in some like some rock clubs and stuff, and that's always the test. And you see people dancing, not just in the live thing, but you know, at a rock club or something. It sounded huge, so I was really happy with it.
So do you think it's that sort of fresh, unique sound that's the defining factor that makes people follow the music in the first place?
I think so. Yeah, I think you know it's us, which is really good. It's a strong trait to have as a band. You know it's us when you hear something. I don't think there's any guessing. Oh, it might be so and so. It's sort of a very distinct sound, and that's definitely been in our favour. But also, it's been a negative sometimes, because if you're not into it, we're a bit like Marmite. You either love us or you hate it. I've met very few people who are indifferent to us, who are like, it's okay. They're sort of either passionately hate us or passionately love us, which is great. I'd rather that. I don't like people sitting on the fence.
I mean, based on that, then, how do you describe your music to people that haven't heard it?
See, that's a good question. Now, I used to hate answering that question, but I like answering it now, because I think we're just a rock band that loves all different kinds of music. Yeah. You start saying your ragga metal and reggae metal, it turns people off before they've even had a chance to hear you. I said we're a rock band that does it a bit different. You know, it's heavy guitars, it's heavy drums, heavy bass. Benji can really fucking sing. You know, it's not just the ragga type thing all the time or the reggae thing. He can really sing, and I think when you try and pigeonhole the band as like the reggae metal thing, people go, ugh.
Yeah, definitely.
They go, oh, that's pretty cool. But I just try and say we're a rock band, man. Love lots of different kinds of music.
So, would you say your music's progressed then as you've gone on?
I think the songwriting has, yeah. I mean, there's still the fundamental core of the band, which is always going to be the same, I think, It's always going to be taking influence from those sort of, those punk reggae bands from, the late 70s. When the Clash mixed stuff together, and the Ruts, and, the Police. That's always going to be a more of an ethos, I guess. That's always going to be with us, and I think we've become more metal as the years have gone on, because, it's just how we've, I don't know, it's just been a natural progression. There's always been metal there, and I think it's been a lot more riffier of recent.
So how much involvement does each member have in the writing process?
Well, we're down the middle, everything's down the middle, every song is credited to every member. It's a team effort. We've always done it like that. I mean, what will happen is a song can start out with a concept and no music. I want to do something like this. You describe an idea, and then people start jumping in, and you come up with a song. So many songs we've written start like that. Or Mikey will come in with a riff, or I'll come in with a drum beat, or Benji will come in with a vocal idea. It's not until it gets into the room that it becomes a song. Yeah. It's very rare one member will go, I've got a song. I think it happened on Kill the Power a couple of times. Dan Pugsley came in with 2 whole songs, and we were like, okay. And everyone liked them, so we just did them. That's very rare. Usually you've got 4 people going, I think it should be like this.
Yeah.
And because, it's that Jurassic Park thing, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
So is there any particular song, particularly on the new album, that you're especially proud of?
I think Volume the song does what we do best. For me, it's got everything in it. I think, is it my favourite track? I don't know, but it's definitely the one I would play to someone and go, check this out. This is my band. I feel very proud of this. I think Saying It Now is another proud moment, because I thought lyrically Benji was really, really on point with it. I think Sound the Siren is something we've been playing live, which is you know, that's a classic Skindred type of sound, but, you know, more up to date, if you know what I mean. More heavier and a bit darker. And so, yeah, I'm a fan of the band, so it's nice for me when we write music that I love.
Exactly. I'd definitely say that Volume is the ideal sort of track to introduce someone to the band. It's got a bit of everything in it.
Yeah, I don't think it scares you away too much with the reggae metal thing. You know, it eases you in. It's in there, but like if you told someone it's reggae metal, like I was saying earlier, people go, yeah. So I don't know. I think Volume, yeah, that'd be the track I would show off to people and get it out.
So I mean, based on other bands that are out there, who would you say has been the biggest influence on the band in, say, the past couple of years? Is there anyone that stood out?
It's weird because the rock bands don't necessarily influence us. You know, it'll be more like the dance type stuff, which will be the Major Lazer type thing. You know, or like Rudimental or something like that. That'll be more the influence that we take and put it into the music. Like I said, the riff stuff, I think, you know, people were listening to lots of Lamb of God and Pantera on this record, you know. But I've always listened to Lamb of God and Pantera, so it's not different. I think, you know, you can get definitely, you know, I wouldn't say stole stuff from Pantera, but I know there was nods to it here and there. So like, some of the riffs, you know, there's a few like there are runs that we thought were a bit more similar to something that Dime would maybe do. I mean, like, let's have some of that. But new bands, it's not necessarily something we take influence from, to be honest.
I suppose it's just like, who else is out there? It's you've got your sound, they've got theirs.
Yeah, I love new bands. Don't get me wrong, I love new bands, but it's different when you're referencing them, because you know, I think that's a dangerous territory to get in. They're new, they're doing their own thing. You know, if you're gonna steal from the fucking greats and work backwards from there.
I mean, all music nowadays is built off influences, isn't it? So it's just a case of.
Of course.
What sort of material did you listen to in the early days as a drummer?
As a drummer, for me, it was all about Queen, Led Zeppelin, The Police, Guns N' Roses, you know, and then I found, you know, heavier stuff like Anthrax and Metallica and Slayer, the big four. Then I went heavier again with sort of Sepultura, Machine Head. You know, that was my sort of journey. And then there were things like, you know, Helmet, and then Faith No More, all that kind of stuff. It was, you know, my thing was when I was younger, I'd listen to Queen and Guns N' Roses, and I'd go, I want to do something like that in terms of the scale of it.
Yeah.
I was always interested in the scale of it. I wouldn't see, I know Dan Pugsley's different to me. He'd see, you know, a small punk rock gig and go, oh, that's what I want to do. I'd see a stadium gig and go, that's what I want to do. You know, sort of, I guess ideas above my station a little bit, to be fair, but that's what I always wanted to do and grasp to, and I think those bands that were doing that were my influence at the time.
Yeah, I mean, they are the big ones to see live.
Well, that was it, and I think the same with Benji as well. It was all my sort of thing. It was like, you know, I want to be able to do this in front of as many people as possible. And so the bands that were doing that, you go, okay. It wasn't a conscious thing. It was just, I guess, as a kid, you're going to be influenced by things that are within your reach and within your grasp. You know, when I'm sort of 7 or 8, I'm not hunting down, you know, the Chili Peppers' first record. I'm 7, for fuck's sake, you know. I'm going to be listening to Sweet Child of Mine because it's on TV, or Radio Gaga because it's on TV. Things like that were, you know, ingrained into me early. You know, Dad would play Led Zeppelin, it'd be like that. And then obviously when you get into my teens, then you start searching things out, finding out who you are really, I guess, musically.
So do you feel like you've always wanted to be a musician?
Oh yeah, without doubt. There was never really any, I could do this, I could do that. It's just I wanted to do this. I was very, very focused on it, probably foolishly because I, you know, what do they say, blinkers. You know, I didn't really have any tunnel vision, I guess, that's why.
Yeah.
But then I guess, I think if anyone asked me for advice to do this, I think you probably need that. I think
definitely, you can't
half-arse
it, can you?
What you want to do. No, I don't think you can. I think people see through that as well. I think you need to be all or nothing. There are so many bands that we've not grown up with the band that aren't around anymore because suddenly real life took over, and I don't think anyone in Skindred really let real life take over. If that makes sense. It wasn't, oh, I need to pay my rent. It would be like, well, I'm going to sleep on the floor of someone's house until they kick me out. And that's the way that's going to go for about 4 years. And you would sofa surf. You know, me and Mikey didn't get our first didn't rent our first house together until 2008. Been in the band for 6 years then.
Wow.
You know, I was 28 years old then.
I suppose you probably got a lot of negativity from people then. You know, people sort of telling you to just maybe look at something else. But I suppose it's pretty perseverance.
I'd go away on tour for 6 months, and I'd come back, and people would go, right, drinks on you, and I'd be like, fuck off, mate. I made like 200 quid, and I've been away for 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, you should be buying me the drinks, and you can listen to all my stories for the pleasure. Because that would be the thing, is you go out and you see all your mates and stuff, and you'd be like, oh, what's so-and-so like? What's so-and-so like? You'd be like, well, I'll tell you, you know. But it will cost you a double rum and coke.
So I suppose finally, wrapping it up, after this tour, what's the next step?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to have Christmas, well-deserved Christmas, I think.
Definitely.
We go straight after Five Finger Death Punch, we go back out to Europe to finish off the Europe tour. And then we come back, January, I think we're going to do another, well, I know we're going to shoot another video for one of the tracks. And we're going to keep the album alive through next year. You know, I think we've got some little secrets and surprises we're going to probably unleash towards the end of this year or beginning of next year.
Yeah.
I love the little surprises. I can't say what they are just yet.
No, possibly festival dates.
Oh, God, you twisted my arm now. Yeah, maybe.
All right, brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck with the album and the rest of the tour, obviously. And have a good Christmas as well.
Hey, thank you.